We live in interesting times. Today's stories. An anti-abandonment baby alarm is now compulsory in Italian cars. Firefighter hits out at Australia's Prime Minister over bushfire response.
Particularly Scott Morrison.
Fridays for Future make a human chain in Vienna to ask new coalition government to give priority to climate change. Palau bans a reef-toxic sunscreen. The supercells that cured an infant's grave genetic illness. Merkel says we can still take action against global warming.
Und den anderen noch lange nicht ausreichen.
In Argentina, thousands protest against the reform on use of chemicals in mining. Grown from necessity, a vertical farming takes off in Japan. Plus, for EBC Sports, champion boxer and Philippine Senator Manny Pacquiao says he is glad to see the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League now warmly received by Pinoy.
Yes, it's a young league.
This is Eagle News coming to you from Washington, D.C., bringing you stories from around the globe. I am Rose Papa Angeles. A device to avoid forgetting children in cars has been compulsory in Italy for those transporting children since November, punishable by a heavy fine and the loss of points on the driving license. Two Italian fathers, Michele Servalli and Carlo Donati, invented the device that signals when a child is left in a car seat when the engine is switched off. They came up with the idea in 2008 after hearing on the radio that a baby had died after being left in a car. The concept is simple. When the car's engine is switched off, a sensor installed under the car seat emits an audible signal to alert the driver.
La soluzione più immediata, cioè noi arriviamo a destinazione, grazie alla presa accendisigari capiamo se la macchina è accesa o spenta, grazie a un sensore di pressione capiamo se il bimbo è a bordo oppure no, in maniera tale che appena l'utente arriva a destinazione e spegne la macchina, se c'è il bambino suona. Per cui ci avvisa prima che l'abbandono avvenga. Magari ci avvisa anche perché magari non serve, perché sto cantando col bambino, sto giocando col bambino, per cui ne sono più che consapevole. Però nel malaugurato caso in cui fossimo vittime di questo fenomeno, lui ci avverte. Sì, infatti siamo entrambi i papà che hanno avuto questa idea, e l'altro papà, Carlo, aveva un bimbo di 2 anni ai tempi del 2013. E quindi quando si è genitori di figli piccoli si è molto più sensibili al tema. A me l'idea era venuta a maggio del 2008, quando sentii per la prima volta un caso di questo tipo, quando dissero alla radio che la bimba di Lecco non ce l'aveva fatta. E casualmente in quel momento ero in macchina con mia figlia. Cioè il fenomeno non è dovuto a una malattia, a una problematica particolare. Tutto il mondo scientifico sostanzialmente sostiene che è un fenomeno che può capitare a tutti, anche al genitore più amorevole, perché non è un problema di quanto sei attento, è un problema di come funziona il nostro cervello. I decessi sono circa 100 casi all'anno in tutto il mondo, ma il rischio che capiti è molto molto superiore. C'è una statistica non fatta da noi ma fatta da Save Children Worldwide, che dice che in forma anonima, perché c'è anche molta vergogna ad ammettere questa cosa, un genitore su 4 ammette che gli è successo e che solo per fortuna non si è arrivati alla tragedia. Prevediamo che, adesso da ricordare che l'Italia è il primo paese al mondo che ha elaborato una legge di questo tipo, che non obbliga né i produttori di auto né i produttori di seggiolino, obbliga le persone che trasportano un bambino a dotarsi di un dispositivo antiabbandono. E questo perché evidentemente non può l'Italia intervenire su normative che hanno impatto su omologative internazionali. Ma prevediamo che nel giro di 10-15 anni tutte le macchine avranno un qualche cosa atto a affrontare questo problema. Noi abbiamo una soluzione per...
Australian firefighters from top brass to weary volunteers hit out Prime Minister Scott Morrison's handling of the bushfire crisis Sunday, as strains from the months-long fight began to show. 57-year-old firefighter Paul Parker, whose weary television tirade against Morrison has gone viral down under, said he was absolutely appalled by the government in Canberra and particularly Scott Morrison. Parker slammed Morrison's assertion that thousands of exhausted volunteer firefighters wanted to be there, in language showing how raw emotions have become.
I'm just absolutely appalled at not only Scott Morrison but government in general, but particularly Scott Morrison, that he actually could have ever made that comment that RFS guys actually enjoy being out there. If you ever were in the field and see what we go through, you got no idea, man. Government's got no idea, and you just got to start caring about the country. Sending money overseas, millions and billions of dollars to countries while our poor farmers are just starving and committing suicide. You're just all government. They're just a joke, mate. Total joke. Putting their lives at risk. That's how much we enjoy it, mate. Putting our lives at risk. I do it for my local community. I do it for the township of Nelligan and the people of Australia. That's what I do it for. I don't do it for you, Scott Morrison. I don't do it for any of you pricks in government, parliament, anything.
The head of the New South Wales Rural Fire Service also lashed out Sunday, saying it was very disappointing. He heard through the media about Morrison's decision to call up 3,000 military reservists to help his forces. Commissioner Shane Fitzsimons told 2GB Radio that Morrison had shown a lack of fundamental professional courtesy during a very busy day, saying the episode was not good enough. Earlier this week, a firefighter in the field has refused to shake Morrison's hand when approached. Despite the snubs and vocal criticism of Morrison, there are a range of political views among the core of firefighters that is tens of thousands strong. The Prime Minister brushed off that and other criticism Sunday. He said, quote, "There has been plenty of criticism. I've had the benefit of a lot of analysis on a lot of issues, but I can't be distracted by that. The public I know are not distracted by that. There has been a lot of blame being thrown around. Now is the time to focus on the response that is being made. Plenty of people have blamed me. People have blamed the Greens. People have blamed who knows. It doesn't help anybody at this time," unquote. Fridays for Future make a human chain in front of the federal chancellery to ask the future coalition government or the Conservatives Greens to make climate change measures the top priority of its agenda.
Ja, wir sind von Fridays for Future in Österreich und wir möchten heute eine Menschenkette um das Bundeskanzleramt in Wien machen, um zu zeigen, dass wir den zukünftigen Kanzler und Vizekanzler in die Verantwortung für unsere Zukunft nehmen. Denn jetzt ist zwar ein gutes Regierungsprogramm geschrieben worden, aber uns geht es um die Umsetzungen. Es muss gehandelt werden und wir werden jeden Freitag weitermachen, bis wir wirkliche Erfolge sehen können und spüren können. Also wir erwarten, dass die ökosoziale Steuerreform nicht erst 2022 beginnt umgesetzt zu werden, sondern schon ab diesem Jahr. Wir dürfen nicht vergessen, halb Australien steht in Flammen. In Indonesien sind gestern die stärksten Regenfälle seit 20 Jahren geschehen. Die Menschen auf der ganzen Welt fürchten sich vor der Klimakrise. Sie ist Realität und deswegen muss auch gehandelt werden, als ob wir in einem Notfall wären. Wir können nicht mehr länger warten, wir können uns keine Zeit mehr nehmen, es muss jetzt was passieren. Ja, wir begrüßen das, dass auch eine grüne Partei in der Regierung steht und gerade in Österreich, die grüne Partei war vor dieser Regierungsperiode nicht einmal im Nationalrat vertreten. Also es hatte sich niemand vorstellen können vor einem Jahr, dass es heute so kommt, dass eventuell wirklich die Grünen auch in der Regierung sind. Für uns ist aber wichtig, das darf kein parteipolitisches Thema sein. Auch die konservativen Parteien, auch die ÖVP muss sich mit Klimaschutz auseinandersetzen. Das ist die Aufgabe der ganzen Gesellschaft. Und international muss das natürlich ein Vorreiter sein.
Meanwhile, in Palau, the country's pioneering ban on reef-toxic sunscreen took effect Wednesday as the tiny Pacific island nation introduced strict environmental measures that also include one of the world's largest marine sanctuaries. President Tommy Remengesau said as the new laws took effect, quote, "We have to live and respect the environment because the environment is the nest of life. And without it, nobody in Palau can survive." Palau, which lies in Western Pacific about halfway between Australia and Japan, is renowned for its marine life and is regarded as one of the world's best diving destinations. But the government is concerned its popularity is coming at a cost. Remengesau said there was scientific evidence that the chemicals found in most sunscreens were toxic to corals, even in minute doses. With Palau's popular dive sites regularly packed with tourists, there were concerns a buildup of these chemicals would irreparably harm the reefs. From New Year's Day, any reef-toxic sunscreen imported or sold in Palau will be confiscated, and the owner will be fined $1,000. Remengesau said, quote, "When science tells us that a practice is damaging to coral reefs, to fish populations, or to the ocean itself, our people take note and our visitors do too. Toxic sunscreen chemicals have been found throughout Palau's critical habitats and in the tissues of our most famous creatures." He said, quote, "We don't mind being the first nation to ban these chemicals, and we will do our part to spread the word. With better education and awareness, more jurisdictions will have the confidence to take this necessary action. The science is clear, and once that message has spread, we will be the first of many." Along with the sunscreen ban, Palau's much-touted marine sanctuary came into effect on January 1st, closing 80% of its exclusive economic zone to fishing and other marine activities, including mining and shark finning. Remengesau said, quote, "It is a very ambitious and worthy goal for Palau's future. The marine sanctuary prohibits commercial fishing in about 190,000 square miles of ocean. The legislation also requires most foreign fleets working in the limited fishing area to land their catch in Palau, and they pay an export tax. Environment Minister Umrich Sangabao said the law ensures Palau has first rights to purchase fish caught in the area to satisfy the local demand before exports are allowed. Remengesau said the ban was needed to let the ocean heal after years of mass commercial fishing in the Pacific that has seen stocks of some species, such as bluefin tuna, fall to critical levels. It follows Palau's establishment of the world's first shark sanctuary in 2009 to prevent finning, a practice that sees fish have their fins hacked off before they are thrown back into the sea to die. Up next, the supercells that cured an infant's grave genetic illness. Merkel says we can still take action against global warming. Grown from necessity, a vertical farming takes off in Japan. In Argentina, thousands protest against the reform on use of chemicals in mining. Eagle News will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is Eagle News coming to you from Washington, D.C. I am Rose Papa Angeles. When Johan was born with a grave genetic illness called chronic granulomatous disease, he benefited from a still experimental type of treatment known as T-cell therapy that helped his immune system fight off viruses after he received a bone marrow transplant. Johan now shows no signs of the disease that used to threaten him. His mother, Maren Chamorro, says seeing her son play outside is a gift.
Chronic granulomatous disease is where your immune system just does not function properly. So simple things that little kids love to do, like go play in hay or, you know, go in the river, those are kind of big no-nos. Those type of things are experimental. You also have to weigh the pluses and minuses, but again, as far as it goes with Dr. Keller, I have the utmost respect and trust for where he felt it was and what sort of benefit it could have for Johan. He should be able to fight off everything. His immune system does have to build. It's seeing things for the first time. So the wonderful thing about the T-cell therapy that Dr. Keller did was the fact that you're introducing T-cells that have already seen and fought, you know, a virus. So those viruses, when they enter your body, those T-cells are already ready to go. They're already ready to fight, which I thought was brilliant. You know, that's what our bodies are supposed to do. They're supposed to fight off germs. They're supposed to be able to process them. And it's neat to see him processing things, and especially play outside, play in the mud. You know, what a gift.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel stresses in her New Year's speech that it is still possible to act against global warming, and says she is doing everything possible to ensure that Germany fights climate change.
Die Erwärmung unserer Erde ist real. Sie ist bedrohlich. Sie und die aus der Erderwärmung erwachsenen Krisen sind von Menschen verursacht. Also müssen wir auch alles Menschenmögliche unternehmen, um diese Menschheitsherausforderung zu bewältigen. Noch ist das möglich. Ich weiß sehr wohl, dass die darin beschlossenen Maßnahmen den einen Angst machen, dass sie überfordern könnten, und den anderen noch lange nicht ausreichen. Und das stimmt ja auch. Ich bin mit meinen 65 Jahren in einem Alter, in dem ich persönlich nicht mehr alle Folgen des Klimawandels erleben werde, die sich einstellen würden, wenn die Politik nicht handelte. Es sind ja unsere Kinder und Enkel, die mit den Folgen dessen leben müssen, was wir heute tun oder unterlassen. Deshalb setze ich all meine Kraft dafür ein, dass Deutschland seinen Beitrag leistet, ökologisch, ökonomisch, sozial, den Klimawandel in den Griff zu bekommen.
The nondescript building on an industrial site near Kyoto gives little hint to the productivity inside. 30,000 heads of lettuce grow here daily under an artificial light and with barely any human intervention. This vegetable factory using the latest vertical farming techniques is part of a trend born out of necessity in Japan, where traditional farming faces a double threat from the aging population and migration towards the cities. With the average age of a farmer in Japan at 67 and a few candidates to replace those dying out, the country has been forced to become a pioneer in so-called vertical farming. Globally renowned firms such as Panasonic, Toshiba, and Fujitsu have tried their hand, converting old semiconductor production lines with varying levels of success. One of the few companies to turn a quick profits spread produces 11 million heads of lettuce annually from its latest factory in Kyoto, a vast sterile area where the vegetables are stacked on shelves several meters high. Machines shift the lettuces around the factory to areas where the light, temperature, and humidity are ideal for that stage of growth. The process works without soil or pesticide, and only a dozen or so humans are employed to collect the lettuce at the end. Other countries have employed a vertical farming techniques, notably in Denmark and the United States. But Japan's population crisis means the farmers are dying out, with question marks over how the world's third biggest economy will feed itself.
大規模でできることがまず一つあるのと、天候のそういう暑い時、寒い時の影響が受けないので、野菜にとっても非常に安定して生育できますし、人間も1年通して快適に作業ができるというのが一番のメリットだと思います。全く農薬の方も生育工程一切使っておりませんし、本当に自然の太陽の代わりに、 代わりになるものでこういう電気を使ってで土の代わりになるもので肥料を使ってるんで一切、ね、体に毒になるものは一切入っていません。このように日本のような面積が限られているところだったり、そういったところには非常に少ない面積でたくさんのお野菜が作れるというメリットがあります。
太陽光と比較した場合はそういうエネルギーは使ってるんですが、ただそれとその単位面積あたりの生産性ですねとか1年間に8回転して、同じ野菜がこう8回も作れるとかで、あとはその多段にしますのでその場所スペースの有効活用とか、あとはそうですね消費者に届けるまでのフードマイルを短くするとか。
Shinny Inada, Spread's bosses said, quote, "Given the lack of manpower and decline in agricultural production, I felt a new system was needed." One staff member admits Spread has taken some time to make the process nearly fully automated. An older factory in Kyoto still employs several dozen humans to move the lettuce, a difficult task. Inada said the firm initially experienced some difficulty in selling the lettuce, but they have now grown a good brand by producing consistent quality at a consistent price, in a country where prices vary considerably depending on the season. Spread's lettuce are found on supermarket shelves in Kyoto and the capital Tokyo, and Inada has grand expansion vision to move production closer to where the vegetables are consumed. The firm is building a factory in Narita near Tokyo and is eyeing further afield to countries where the climate is not suited for such agriculture. But is this system environmentally friendly? Inada said he hesitated before launching the concept over his very question, but finally reasoned the pros outweighed the cons. The system allows the firm to produce 8 crops of lettuce per year, irrespective of the season. Spread also uses significantly less water than traditional agricultural methods. Japan already has around 200 lettuce factories using artificial light, but the majority of these are small scale. But according to specialist consultancy group Inoplex, such factories will double in number by 2025. And other companies are jumping on the smart agricultural bandwagon, with Mitsubishi Gas Chemical building a factory in northeastern Fukushima that will produce 32,000 heads of lettuce daily. Nor is it just lettuce. Tomatoes and strawberries grown by computer under artificial light are on their way to a table near you. In other news, thousands of people march in the western Argentine province of Mendoza against a law allowing the use of chemicals, among them cyanide, in mining activities in the region.
Acá a favor del agua pura en Mendoza, en contra de la megaminería contaminante que querían implementar, y que por suerte, porque nos escucharon y porque no hay licencia social para contaminar el agua, esperamos que mañana se derogue la ley que habían sacado.
Y estoy acá junto con una gran cantidad de mendocinos defendiendo el agua en contra de la minería, de la megaminería, en contra de la extractividad que deja en ruinas los lugares por donde pasa y no aporta ninguna riqueza, solamente aporta destrucción.
Y me parece que los políticos y los empresarios tienen que escuchar un poco al argentino, porque esto no es partido político. Yo soy carnicero, estuve trabajando esta mañana y vengo acá a reclamar. Como muchas personas, he visto hasta clientes que vienen, gente común, gente normal. Creo que es importante escuchar y cuidar lo que tenemos, el agua, lo más importante.
Realmente me siento muy afectada por la decisión del gobernador de la provincia y por los legisladores que votaron a favor de la derogación de esa ley, por la ley 9209 que habilita el uso de cianuro y sustancias tóxicas para la minería.
When we come back for EBC Sports, champion boxer and Philippine Senator Manny Pacquiao says he is glad to see the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League now warmly received by Pinoys. You are watching Eagle News coming to you from Washington, D.C. I am Rose Papa Angeles. Champion boxer and Philippine Senator Manny Pacquiao says he is glad to see the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League now warmly received by Pinoys. In a MPBL game in Calgary, Pacquiao spoke to Eagle News about the league's challenges years before and how it is now appreciated by basketball fans. Our Eagle News correspondent JC Yumul with the details.
Basketball is a sport every Filipino love, no matter where they are.
Here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, a semi-professional league, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, known as the MPBL, will have its first stop for a series of regular season games between the Imus Bandera Lux Lean and Zamboanga Family Brand Sardines. Also, there is a selection game between the Manny Pacquiao All-Star team versus the Calgary All-Star selection. Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League was founded by boxer and Philippine Senator Manny Pacquiao a couple of years ago. It features regional, commercial, and barangay level leagues with teams on the commercial side to have a common locality in addition to a corporate sponsor.
Yes, it's a young league. We're only into our third season, and we have already 2 international invitations, which is first in Dubai and here now in the second in Calgary. The purpose of this is again the awareness of our mga kababayan, Filipino people here around the globe, that this league is for players that will be given the chance, second chance and opportunities, best opportunities to showcase their talents. Because all we know, we know that the Pro League has only limited teams in the PBA. We have only 14 teams. So our CEO founder envisioned this league to give more, again, chances, second chances for our young players. And the most important thing here is the talent of the undiscovered talents of our homegrown players, which we call the local heroes.
Siguro sa dami ng mga trials na pinagdaanan ng Maharlika Pilipinas League at ngayon ang na-achieve namin is napakaganda yung resulta, yung feedback ng tao na lagi nilang pinapanood yung Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Talagang laking pasalamat natin at ang liga ng bawat Pilipino ay nakapagbigay ng kasiyahan sa ating mga kababayan. Itong Maharlika Philippines Basketball League, ito ay para sa bawat Pilipino. Kasi marami mga galing na, alam na natin pagdating sa basketball, yung Pilipino talagang love nila yung basketball. So ito yung pagkakataon na may pakita yung galing. Kasi maraming mga Pilipino na mahilig talaga sa basketball, magagaling. Kaso nga lang, hindi na ipapakita, hindi na nakikita ng taong bayan. So itong Maharlika Pilipinas magbigay ng chance sa kanila para maipakita yung galing nila.
To all of our kababayans, mga Filipinos abroad or in the country, in the Philippines, please again support this league, because we know this league is for our basketball fans, and not only for our basketball fans, because we believe also that again sports can definitely change lives, uplift the spirits of our Filipinos, and again motivate them every day. Especially they know that our CEO founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao, is the head of this league, and we're moving towards again bringing this league anywhere, and that's one of the vision also, because we believe also that bringing this game closer to the Filipino people is like you're bringing yourself, or bringing the game closest to their heart too.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, this is JC Yumul for Eagle News
And I am one with 25.
Thanks, JC. That is today's Eagle News. Join us again tomorrow for stories that matter to you. Visit our websites at eaglenews.net and eaglenewslive.com. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/eaglenews and on Facebook at facebook.com/eaglenews. Thank you for watching. I am Rose Papa Angeles, and I am one with 25.